This is a Kayhan TV sports break. Man, that felt good. It's been 10 days since we've covered the NBA. The most drastic development in that time has been the incredible tailspin the LA Clippers have been experiencing. 10 days ago, they were 22-8, tied with Houston for third place in the West. They had just lost Blake Griffin, and then Chris Paul got hurt as well. They've now lost their last 6 in a row during that stretch and have fallen to 7th in the West. Now look, I know this goes against the rules of proper journalism, but even ESPN's Michael Wilbon sometimes takes his suit off and puts on his Chicago Cubs uniform. We all know I have the Liverpool show I do on this channel where I get to be a homer for my team, but I've been pretty unbiased on this show. Regardless, I feel I have something I have to say about this Clippers team. I am an LA Clippers fan. I wasn't born one, I chose to be. It was around 2001 when the Clippers traded for Elton Brand. I wasn't trying to be anti-establishment, not choosing to be a Laker fan, who were winning all the titles at the time. Yeah, they were the Clippers, perennial losers, bottom dwellers. But I really started to see something in that team. They were never the more skilled team, but they always had that underdog mentality. Like, they knew they weren't the better team, so they had to come out with an extra fire and intensity to be competitive in these games. And they wanted to upset teams every day. That team never made the playoffs, but they never got blown out. They were in every game. It was a team you could be proud to root for. So if I could skip over some Clipper history from the new millennium, besides the year Sam Cassell led the team to the brink of the conference finals, the team were always on the outside looking in, but always had a strong mentality. This was a proud team looking to prove everyone wrong about the perception of the team. So when Chris Paul came to the Clippers, that's what made them so dangerous. They were a team with a chip on their shoulder, now with a superstar leader. So they've been outside title contenders for the past 4 years when injuries haven't derailed them. But now, I have to admit, it's a little hard to root for this Clipper team. What I see now is a team that feels entitled, who think they are too good to have to play hard every day, and who are doing nothing but making excuses, blaming injuries for their problems. Yes, the team is without Griffin and Paul. Losses are to be expected, but the problem is how this team is losing. We didn't have Griffin or Paul for many years. I don't see any of that underdog Clipper spirit in this team anymore. There's no fight. I'm telling you, as a Clipper fan, I could care less if this team loses, but they're not even in these games. Look, the league has changed a bit in the past 15 years. Well, maybe more than a bit. Everyone's trying to fly up and down the court now, but when you're not the more athletic or skilled team, I feel the half-court game is being badly neglected. It still works. The Lionel Hollins, Dave Yeager Memphis Grizzlies team of the recent past proved that if you control the pace of the game, you can be competitive and stifle athletic teams who want to play run and gun. That's the way that this Clipper team should be playing. This team is severely limited by injuries, it's true. So what they have to do is buckle down on defense, walk the ball up the court, lay off the offensive boards, and protect against the break. Limit possessions, try not to get blown out, and see if you can steal these games at the end. But most importantly, injuries or not, the Clippers just aren't respecting their opponents. Doc Rivers has lost his grip on this team. He needs to realize what's going on, or it's not going to be a good year. This will be Doc Rivers' toughest test as a head coach this year, I feel. I know he thinks that when he gets his full squad together, that he's going to be able to motivate them for one last playoff run with these group of players, but the mentality is just all screwed up. Until this team, player for player, respects every possession of every game against every team, this team is going nowhere. I'm not going to renounce my membership to the Clipper fan club just yet, but honestly, I think this team knows it. They have to step it up. They got Phoenix tonight. Let's see what they come up with. That is all for this edition of Sports Break. We hope you will keep it tuned right here on Kayhan TV for more news and sports talk.